Hey guys, welcome back
to another video. So today we're going to be doing a review on kayak tours and
on to Alima Castle
the
and
whole tour, pretty much. And first we want to start with booking this trip, because booking this trip was like a total headache.
Because we started to try to book it Monday or Sunday.
I think it was Sunday for Monday.
Yeah,
but it wasn't working. Like, you go on it and you'll click which tour you want to do, and then it'll tell you sign up, and then you sign up and you go to log in and it says the information you put in is wrong.
Every time.
Like every time, no matter if you reset your password.
I tried it and made one to try to see maybe it was just her phone or internet connection, but nope, it just would not work.
And then like I messaged the number on WhatsApp, and they didn't even reply. Like, it showed that it got delivered and everything, but didn't nobody reply. I messaged them Sunday and I messaged them Monday, and nobody got back to me. So I was just like,
what the hell?
And on their website, it shows like the itinerary where we were going was
what is that? That's next. Okay. But we ended up booking on Expedia,
because
right?
we ended up booking on Expedia.
Yeah, so the website didn't work, so we ended up booking on Expedia.
And then Expedia said that you're going to Cape Coast, the Alima Castle, and the Cocoon National Park. But then on their website, it said that you're going to the Cape Coast Castle, the Alima Castle, and Cocoon National Park.
Which something else we was arguing about yesterday, because she was like, no, it didn't say it. So she was right on Expedia, it didn't say it. But when I first found it, that's why I was like, okay, this is all free, this is great. We can get three of my three, mainly the Cape Coast Castle and the Alima Castle, the main place we want to go. And I actually said we're supposed to go to Cocoon National Park first, and then freaking Alima Castle, then Cape Coast Castle. And that's why I figured, because when we got in the car, we was like, yeah, we won't be going to Cape Coast Castle because we have to stay there overnight and this and that. But barring, next for the beginning, we woke up at 6 o'clock, and
we woke up at 6 o'clock. We gotta start from the night before. When I messaged them, because I had already booked it, and I didn't put in where they were gonna pick us up at, because.
And that you actually put the time you want to be picked up too as well. Which
I put 6:30, because you do pick your times. And I put 6:30, and so the night before, after 2 days before me messaging them, like.
And then he had called like right when we were grocery shopping, like, and the phone just hung up. When we were grocery shopping?
Yeah, we were.
Yeah, we were grocery shopping when he first called.
Yeah, we were.
And then she was messaging him, and he just didn't stop messaging back.
And he did message back like that whole day.
Until right when we were going to sleep, like.
And then he's calling and he's like, oh, where do you want, confirm, like, where you want us to pick you up at? And I was like, okay, we're in Tema. Can you pick us up from Tema? And he was like, oh, well, we only go out 25 kilometers. And Tema was 30 kilometers. So
we were fine with, though. Like, it wasn't no big deal, because we could just, we thought in the first place we were going to take Uber to get there, so
that's why I told him, I was like, well, it's no problem. We could Uber to the destination, the designated pickup area. And he was like, no, it's no problem. We could send the driver to go pick you guys up. And he was like, we'll have the driver find your location. I was like, I'll just send you my live location. So you have my location, so he doesn't have to, get lost trying to figure out where we're at. And so I sent them the next morning. We woke up at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, 6 o'clock.
I sent them my live location. So at 6:30, like around 6:30, 6:40, he said the driver was on his way. And we were like, okay. We got up, got dressed, and 7 o'clock rolled around. And I'm like,
because at first, for a second, we were like, okay, he must not be coming, because like it's 6 o'clock in the morning. We haven't heard from him. We're supposed to be getting picked up at 6:30.
And then like it got to 7:30 and he wasn't here, so I messaged him. I was like, is he still coming? Like, what's going on? And he's like, yeah, he's almost there. There's morning rush and going to Tema.
Yeah. Which is very strange because, you know, Tema's on the outskirts of the city. But we did find out there's a lot of manufacturing jobs out here. A lot of manufacturers. So maybe that is part of the truth. We'll just have to see whenever we actually, you know, move around that time in the morning. But even though, like, that's still pretty early in the morning, like, for rush hour traffic.
It was. And so I tell him, I guess it was the boss I was talking to, I tell him, well, can you just give me his number so I can make sure he knows where we're at? And so I'm texting him, and he's like, I'm by Presbyterian school, and I'm like, I don't know where that is, but I say, come by the Zarzar bar, and he's like, I was just there, do you want me to come back? And I'm like, yeah. I was like, yeah.
And then so we go wait outside, like, for about 5-10 minutes, and we're like, okay, I think you was messaging or calling him.
I was messaging him, I'm like, what color is your car? Like, how far are you? And so then I call him, and he's like, oh, I'm coming. I was like, okay, what color is your car? So, you know, you can see what he was like, I'm coming. And then hangs up, and I'm like, oh, okay. And so we're waiting, and then he comes, like, from the back, because it said the GPS took him to the back instead of the front. And so
and then we walk back to
the back to his car, and we get in the car, and he was like, oh, we have some waters for you.
Yes.
And
then that's when he told us, okay, we will be going to our tours. Or no, he didn't tell us that
till we got started on
driving and stuff. Yeah. But we did have water. We didn't get any breakfast. It said it was supposed to be breakfast with fruits and something else on their website. So that was definitely out the picture. He did end up buying us the buff fruit that we tried, but it was.
You guys, we got some buff fruit.
Yeah.
From one of the vendors. We're going on our first stop. Our first stop is the Alima Castle. It's good. It's like a donut. It's made from sunflower. It's really good. Really good.
It's like a donut without the glaze.
Really good.
Like 2 CDs run by herself, but like that's how you kind of cover yourself. Like, what you guys breakfast like? We didn't get no real breakfast like at all. But you know, we got on the road, started heading to Cape Coast.
He said it was gonna be like a 3-hour drive.
Yeah, so we got that ready. I was like, oh, I wasn't ready for that. I thought it was like an hour, 2 hours, but you know, that drive was really. I know it's probably more tiring for him, but you know, that's what he does every day. But we passing La Paz, and that's like more like a fishing town. It was really nice out there. It had like a lake with just nothing but tilapia.
And then you could like see the people selling the
Even
fresh.
though a lot of people say tilapia is
outside.
fake fish, so I don't know. We have to redo our research into that. But if only tilapia is in that lake, I feel like it's like a man-made lake or something, because that's weird just to have one
type of fish
in the lake
and no other type of fish.
Yeah, and then we also seen the Pizza Hut in La Paz too, and the Wing Street, which we're definitely have to try that out.
Definitely. Oh, I love Pizza Hut wings.
But let's see, we gotta check our notes. On the road, so pretty much on the road.
And like,
okay.
I would say like 2 hours in, you know, we stopped to use the bathroom.
It did rain a little bit too as well. She was knocked out, so I couldn't sleep because he was zooming. Like, they drive just like Honduras out here, like Mexico, like, you know, just switching lanes, just smashing. I think he was trying to make up for lost time too as well. So, and then we tried some brisket plantain, which was pretty good. It was.
You guys, stop. Well, we've been on the road for like 2 hours. We stopped and got some brisket plantain. It's like roasted plantain, and then it comes with peanuts. It's good. And then if you
fried plantain to me, but it's like kind of sweet, but not too sweet. So
it's like they don't use
we have a video, so we'll put that in.
They don't use like the sweet plantain. They use like the ones that's like more not like ripe. You know, cause you know how like the fried one they use like the one that's like black, like well not black, but
they
more
say
ripe.
More ripe than not. So then we were on the road. It seemed like some dirt too. That was like once we got to Cape Coast, it was like probably like 5-10 minutes later you could see the ocean on your left hand. You kind of start to see the ocean like little by little
bit
as you see like, and then Central Region is just so beautiful to me because it's just so much land, and that's something we definitely want to buy. I just have to check on the flooding because the way it might flood out there, but it's so just like, as far as I can see green, then you'll start seeing some houses and stuff.
And you just see like all the little baby goats and everything.
Yeah, that's right. And I
you see ducks. Like I was just like in awe. They're just walking the streets like they own the streets. So I was like, okay.
And then you get to Cape Coast, we start seeing this dirt, like it was just shining too. Like it was just really shiny dirt. Like I thought it was like diamonds, and they're like, hey, pull over, let me go scoop up some of this dirt. But he was saying it's because of the rain. Like he didn't explain it all that good. I don't think thinking back now to when I had to talk to his boss, I don't think his English was like as good. He pretended like it was good as possible, but he did a better job than most people I know. But I don't think his English was as good as I first assumed. And seeing the dirt, it was just very beautiful. Then after that, we arrived to Cape Coast. Our initial view or initial whatever you call it, beautiful. Like
it was beautiful.
It was very beautiful.
Like the ocean, like, and they had the rocks and like the waves was just hitting the rock. It was just beautiful.
And the little fishing town and stuff. We ended up going up a one-way street, and everybody started freaking yelling out, "Hey, one way."
And they were just laughing when he had to turn around. I was like, "Oh my, this is ridiculous!" But they didn't have no signs. They didn't have no signs saying that it was a one-way street. Yeah. So he just went up the street thinking, you know, that it was
he could go that way.
2 ways.
So then we got to, who was that?
Oh no, I was gonna say we got to.
Yeah, so pretty much we got to I can't pronounce, I don't know. El-Lima. You sure it's El-Lima? I thought it had an N in there.
Oh. Elmina Castle.
Elmina Castle, because, and Elmina means freaking, what was it?
Oh, I forgot.
Hopefully that'll be in the video what Elmina means. I think it means Gold Coast or Golden City.
No, he said gold mine.
Gold mine.
Because with the trading, they thought that it was a gold mine because they would trade the ivory and the gold.
Yeah, because the Portuguese originally, the Ghanaians originally, the Portugues, built that. The Portuguese built Elmina Castle. Then the Dutch ended up taking it away from them. Well, first one, I think it said they sold it to them, but then he told us there was a fight, and the Dutch, came from the sea and came from land and, defeated them eventually. So, and then that's when, like, the slave trade and stuff really got, even though, like, the Ghanaians were tired of the Portuguese because they started messing them over on the gold prices. They like started messing with the scales. So started saying the gold was less than what it really was and trying to give them less stuff. And hopefully that's all in the video. Hopefully we got all that in the video. And then
but when we first got there, these guys came up. They're like, "Hey, how you doing?" And started asking us how to spell our names.
And he was like, "Welcome home, brother. Welcome home. This and that." And we're like, "Okay, nice to meet you." And he was like, "What's your name?" I'm like, "Monte." He was like, "How do you spell that?" And I already figured, I'm like, he must be making something. Like, that's what I figured. I was like, he must be putting our name on. So I was like, maybe I want to depend on what it is. Like,
that's what, in my head, when he was asking him his name, I was like, I don't think I want to tell him my name first and last name. The tour guy,
I feel like the tour guy should give us a heads up too as well. Like, that's just not, that's not cool. He Ismail, that's our tour guy, Ismail. He was a cool dude, but I feel like he should have still gave us a heads up, something like, "Hey, you guys gonna ask you for your name to make you a bracelet or this and that." Like I guess it was kind of like maybe he wanted to be a surprise or something. I don't know. Maybe he didn't know how to say that to us. I'm not sure.
Cause when we came out, he was like, "Yeah, they made you guys bracelets." Yeah. So I think he did want it to be like a surprise and have him come up and give us our bracelets or whatever.
Yeah, and then he did tell me like not to give him more than 10 CDs, but I thought he was saying like $10, like American. So I ended up giving him 100 CDs, and dude still wanted more. Like, give me some more, and then he asked me for a US dollar to keep, like, because he was like, that's why I wish I would just like if I would do That's why I really wish I knew ahead of time. Cause I could just put the 20 CDs in my pocket, gave it to him. But he was like off my wallet and shit. I'm like, dude, back the fuck up, like dude, back the fuck up. But they seem like cool. They said they were doing for the school, and these are the. See what else we got. We got their name on there, who actually did it, their phone number, their emails. I would much rather the bracelet. They put their email. He said, "Love Africans at yahoo.com."
I don't know. I wouldn't have wanted it like with the number. I would want it more personalized. Just my name.
I would much rather the bracelet just because we don't have a lot of space in our luggage already. Like, it just takes up a lot of space.
And this one is huge. Like,
yes, hers is way bigger than mine.
This is huge.
And just like a tour, the castle was nice. It was really heartfelt and
it was really eye-opening.
Yeah, it's very eye-opening and like life-changing experience. Because you can read as many books as you want, but until you fucking see that shit in person, like nothing comes close. Like
it doesn't.
I'm talking about holding back tears, like because it's potential that one of our ancestors went through that fucking castle. It's not 100% sure, but it's a possibility. And just to see that one is like I don't have to see no more to know. I would love to see more, but just to see that and the situations you can read about the situations they were kept in, but to actually see the chains, pick up the freaking weight that they used to get tortured with, like, and how heavy that was. And
just to see the rooms that they were kept in, and the amount of people that were kept in those rooms. And
only 2 buckets on each side, like, but hopefully all that's in the video. And that'll give me even a better detail, because I'm not sure I've seen anybody post the video of Elmina Castle. I've seen people post a few videos, but not like the whole actual tour. That's why I was happy it was just us 2, because 2 was like way more personalized. Like I was happy with it because 2 more people came when we were leaving. Which I think they were Americans too as well.
They were like, no, I don't think. The lady didn't look.
I thought she was American.
She didn't look.
But they were by themselves. They were by themselves too. So I don't know. And that's something I feel like we could do too. Like because you don't have to go to those tours. Like we can show you guys around since we know it already. We can definitely take somebody there. If somebody wanted to go. Like and just check it out, like.
So if you're ever coming to Ghana and you want to do anything, just put in the comments and we'll get back to you guys.
Yeah, and I wish they had a train right there. Though it'd be much better if it was a train that just went like
straight to
just boom. You enjoy the train ride and
you can see everything.
Yes, that'd be nice.
That would be so.
That's what I was thinking.
And then it goes like along the coast too.
That
so you
road,
can see the water.
People cannot drive on that road, like because this guy's going 30 miles per hour. This guy's going 40. The other guy's going 100. Like,
and like when you go around, like it's really dangerous because there was like multiple times where like you would go around and then like a car would start coming this way. Like
sometimes
you have to hurry up, get over. But it was. And while we were in the Olima Castle, they had like this little shop that had a lot of books. They had like a lot of elephant, like hand carved seats. Well, it was like seats you could use as like tables
it's in the video.
It's all in the video.
And then we also bought a book. This was 100 CDs. He was saying he kept saying documentaries. Like I thought it was a documentary, even though they did have the DVD. But
they did have a DVD.
He thought because people don't watch DVDs nowadays. Like,
he was giving us books, and he said, "I'm getting that one." And then he started giving me books, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna get that one." He was like, "Oh, I thought you were gonna get all of them." I'm like, "No, we're not gonna get all of them."
Like what? Like
and then I got this hand carved.
Like
I got this hand carved elephant.
Because for all those books, it probably been like 300 CDs. Like
this was like 10 CDs. It was just so cute, and it was hand carved. So
and they had a little bigger ones than that. I really wanted the one with the face. Like it was an elephant face. Like
it was the whole. It was so.
It was like 100 CDs.
That's in the video. You guys shouldn't see that. It was just so beautiful.
I definitely want to go back and get that whenever we get a house out here and really get settled in.
And some of the paintings were just
beautiful.
They were just so beautiful.
Yes. And like it just, I don't know, he really wanted us to buy all them books. Like it's crazy. And on top of that, we gave him a tip as well. Like
yeah, because he really
very informative.
He really got in depth with everything. We've seen the no return, the door of no return. Like it was just so.
Yes, that was really we have the pictures of that, like cramped. Like you have to literally, it's like I'm like
If
6 feet tall. It was like
Yes.
3 feet, if that. Like you have to crawl through, and then the other one, the doorbell return, and then the one that goes out to the boat is just as small. It's like a little bit taller, but it's way more narrow. Like I try to put my
literally a
shoulder.
crack.
I would have to like walk sideways, like if my belly would fit like through.
It was
That was crazy though. Beautiful view when you're going out, but
It was a beautiful view. And like the castle is like surrounded on 3 sides with like water, and then in the back. Well, actually, like almost all around because the little river that goes behind it.
yeah.
But it was just so beautiful. I wanted to get in the water, but
I really wish we could have walked on top, like the castle walls, but I guess that that part was blocked off because I had went like on the side about the walk, but I seen like it was blocked off to go to like towards the outer edge of the castle. It's like you pretty much stay on one side of the castle, pretty much. That's where most of the tours at.
yeah, it was.
Like by the governors, what you call it. But that should be on the video. I don't want to keep this too long.
And so then once we left Alina Castle, we went on our way to the Kukum National Park.
Which was like 15, 20 minute drive.
Yeah, it was like 20 minutes. Am I cooking something?
I don't know. But went to Kukum National Park. We got.
And once we got there, this lady was selling fresh
cocoa.
cocoa, and she has some bananas too. But
You want bananas?
You want fresh cocoa.
Can you hear that? That's actually our first time eating fresh.
We're gonna do a review on that.
Yeah. We got
So
there.
we get there. He goes. They tell us that we each have to have a water bottle for the.
Which was ridiculous because nobody else had a water bottle. Which we ended up doing like in a group because it was like two other couples pretty much that was there. It was like an older guy and he had like a little younger. He was a little younger. He was like 50. She was like maybe I don't know.
She was probably like 28. She was so high
giggling,
energy. Yeah.
And then the other guy in the white shirt, he started singing an American national anthem. Started singing. Once he found out we were American, he just started singing songs. I used to go to America. This and that. We sing the song, and then they sing the Ghanaian song, which it was pretty cool. And then he started calling his friend. That's my American friend. My American friend, like we don't even know you like that. Like yes, cool, whatever.
We just met you.
But
before the canopy walk, you guys.
We didn't get too much video here because our camera did start running out of, room and shit.
And like you can't because the walk,
you're gonna
the
slip
rocks,
and fall.
like you really have to pay attention where you're stepping.
And actually, we ordered the food before, but she wanted some fufu and goat. Like everything she wanted. First, I was like, okay, I want some golden prawns, and he was like, oh, we don't have that. And then he was like, oh, I want this. She was like, I want some fufu and goat.
I want some fufu and goat.
And he was like, oh, we don't have that. I think the tour guide might have just told him, hey, keep him to the cheeseburgers. That's the first thing I seen. I was like, maybe I'm just gonna give me a cheeseburger. And I went back to the back. Oh, the prawns look good. I was like, I had no fried prawns since I've been out here. And so he heard me say prawns. He's like, oh, no, we don't have that.
But like, it wasn't even like they were literally the same price. Like, well, I don't know about the prawns, but the fufu was like the same price as a cheeseburger. So it didn't make sense. Like, why you give us this menu?
Yeah, at least tell us, okay, this is not available, this not available, this not available. Like, because it's been her first time trying fufu. That's something she didn't want to try for a while.
And the tour guide was like, "That's local. That's really local. Like, do you really
want that?" Like,
I was like, "Yeah, I really want to try it." Like,
because you guys cheeseburgers ain't all that either. No offense. Like, the cheeseburgers I had from like regular restaurants have not been like, especially that first one. I don't think we put the video yet, but that first one was just not the seasoning, whatever. They took 2 hours to get. But we're not gonna go there.
So we get to the canopy walk. Everybody, literally, we're the only two that took all 7, went through all 7 bridges.
First you gotta walk up these stairs. Like it's one stairs, and then you get over those, and it's like, oh my god, it's not stairs, but it's like another elevation. I was tired at that point. I'm like, okay, and that's why everybody was tired. Like, okay, and he was like, yeah, there's gonna be either you go to the left, there's gonna be 3 total bridges. If you go to the right, it's gonna be 7 total bridges. We
were the only 2 that went to the right. And did all 7.
Which I feel like our tour guide says that because we went first. Like he was like, you guys can go first. But even like on the first bridge, he was like, you go first. You go first. And I was like, all right, I'll go first. No big deal. And I crossed it, and then she came, And then that's when they took some pictures, and also at the end they try to sell you the pictures. But I was like, I'm not spending no more money after this point. Like, I'm not spending no more money. Like, and I was like, no, I'm good. But after we crossed the first bridge, he was like, yeah, you guys go to that one. So we crossed. Our tour guide, that actually Ismail, that was helping us do it. No, we went to the right, and then we're waiting for everybody else to come, and then we just see everybody else going to the left to the other bridge. We're like, what the hell? So I'm like, come on, bro, let's just do this shit. Like, we ain't no pussies, we ain't no cunts.
Like, why would you? It's your first time there. Like, the only person that went there before was the older guy, and he was like, no.
He said he went that way before. He was like, I only need to go one time in my life. That's it. Like,
and like, if it's your first time, I really feel like you should do all 7 just to get the experience. Yeah. Like,
and then it's like the tour guide. How you gonna go with the 3 that's going less farther? Like, if something happened to us, that's somebody's way fucking over there before he can get to us. Like, it just doesn't make. And those bridges are old. Like,
they're
after
really
we're crossing, it's like, okay, we can't go back now. Like, let's just finish it. Like, and especially like the long one was just really wobbly. Like, I seen like a little snake crawling. It was like a little green. He said it was a python, but I don't think that was a python. I've never seen this
and
python.
then he said it was a green mamba or something. I'm
like, he don't know what he's talking about. Like, and then he asked for a tip afterwards. I'm like, how you gonna ask me for a tip when you literally left me? Like,
for real.
You literally left me. You left both of us.
And then like our tour guide was telling him, they said you left him, and he's like, oh, okay, and it just kept walking. Like, he didn't care.
I gave him too much of a tip as well, because I think the tour guide said just give him. He didn't say exactly how much it is. Just give him a small tip. Give him a small tip. So, I gave him 20 CDs, but should have gave him 10.
Should have gave him 10.
Yeah. So next time I tell you, give somebody less. No, I think I told you to give it to him because I was out of money tipping. Because we did give the guy at the Mina Castle a $50 or 50 CD tip.
Yeah.
Which is like about $10 American. Even though he did our tour guide Ismail told me to just give him 20 CDs or something like that, but I really appreciate his information, and so I gave him 50.
And after the canopy walk, we went and got our food.
No, but then the lady, the girl, she was like, "How did you guys do it? This and that? Oh my god!" Like, and she was there for the pictures. Like, that's all she wanted. She was like Instagram influencer or something. Cause that's where she. We should have asked for Instagram. We should have. Maybe we just gotta type in Cancun National Park and probably can find her. But yeah, talked about the guy singing. That's when the guy started singing once we started going back down.
Once we started going, yeah. She was like, "You guys are from Jamaica?"
And they did have some pure honey for sale too there, but I just didn't want to buy no honey because we have ants in our Airbnb, so I didn't want to.
Yeah, pure honey.
Yeah, they had pure honey on a little.
Was it by the coconuts?
Yeah,
like when you go up.
When you walking up, yeah.
Oh wow. So I'm having coconut. But after we came down, we got our lunch, and we had to eat in the car just so we can like get back on the road.
Yeah, which I didn't mind that. It was fine.
Because we were just ready to get back on the road.
And then we tried this like pineapple Fanta, which was it's different than pineapple Fanta in America. For one, it's like lighter. It's like not yellow like the pineapple Fanta in America. And it just, to me, it tasted better.
It did. Because it actually tasted like pineapple. Like, it didn't taste like artificial pineapple.
I don't think we actually took a picture of the burgers. But the burgers were like, like nigga burgers. Regular bread, freaking. I don't know why they put cucumbers on their burgers out here. I don't like cucumbers.
I think it's like supposed to be pickles, but it's
cucumber. This burger was a lot better than the last one because I actually finished it. Or maybe I was just hungry, but I know it was better than taste-wise. It wasn't the best tasting, but it was way better than taste-wise than the last one.
And their fries, they're fries. Same fries everywhere.
All the fries are the same here.
Same fries everywhere. They don't have curly fries. They just the same.
Nothing McDonald's fries. Nothing. And then, pretty much we was driving back. He had stopped a few times to get gas and stuff. And then we played cards. We played cards in the back. That actually I feel like that did pass the time. But I was like, I looked on the map after. I'm like, okay, we're a lot closer. Like we're past the halfway mark. Like,
man, that card game really, because I was ready to go to sleep, even though I did wind up going to sleep like for 30 minutes.
Yeah. Then like as soon as we get to freaking right after we get to Accra, like traffic, boom. Like we're stuck in traffic. Probably trying to get like maybe 3. I mean, I said 2 miles yesterday, but maybe it's 3-4 miles. It took us like almost extra 2 hours because it was like 5:30.
It was.
It was like 5:30.
I was like, okay, we're gonna get back by like 6:30.
Yeah, we got like 7:45, 8 o'clock, like.
And it's always by the Accra Mall, like.
It was just two cars broke down right there, like, so that's on. Maybe the government need to get all the old cars off the road because they always have a car breaking down. Like everywhere we go, we see a car broken down. Like always. So you need to get like all them old cars. I'm sorry, y'all can't drive them, like, because you guys are causing everybody else, freaking heartache and pain being stuck in that traffic. Like it's just not. And it was actually our first time being out like that late.
That late.
Like, and where we were at in a Cross City hotel, like in that, what was that? The Tudu area.
Yeah, like the
they close up like at 6 o'clock. As soon as it get dark, they all go home. Like, but we're like La Paz and the area we were driving past, like it was still busy. They just turned the lights on. Even out here in Timber, like people were still out. So like that was like new to us. Like usually we were used to stuff closing down, so we closed down. But the city doesn't close down that early.
Just that area.
Just that area. Yeah. And in traffic, and then so we get back. We gave him we gave him a tip because he was a good tour guide, even though some of the stuff we said we didn't like, but nothing's perfect in life. So us giving our critique is not like negative. It's not like we hated him or nothing like that. It's just a critique. Everything's not perfect.
But then once we get back, we were about to walk in the house and he was like, "The boss wants."
He's like, "Yes, my boss wants to talk to you." And then he gave me the phone, like, even though she the one booked it, but he gave me the phone. And the boss was like, "Yeah, hey, how you doing?" And then also, like, while we were sitting in traffic, his phone kept ringing. I told you I smelled it. Like, that's a weird ass smell. And his boss kept calling him. He kept getting a bunch of calls. I think maybe a few was probably from his wife or his girlfriend, but a lot was from his boss. Because I could tell him, "Yes, boss, yes, boss." But I think he was telling his boss, "Hey, like, I'm already in traffic." Just that's what the boss ended up saying too. Like, he told me, he was already in traffic and, he was just going to finish dropping you guys off and this and that. Because freaking, like she was saying earlier, they only supposed to pick you up and drop you off 25 miles or 25 kilometers.
25 kilometers from 25 kilometers from the greater Accra. Well, from their destination point, which was by the hotel. That's pretty much by the Accra Mall. Accra City Mall, and he was saying 25 kilometers from that, in each direction.
And we were 30 kilometers.
And we were 30 kilometers away, and so he was saying.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, because he kept calling. I knew him. Like, that's why I was like, damn, let me act like I'm asleep a little bit, so maybe he don't want to kick us out the car or something. And then freaking, I kept hearing him like, "Yes, boss, okay, boss." And I was like, his boss was telling me, "You gotta bring the car back." I don't know if that was his car or that was the boss car or what. But the boss was like, "Yeah, we went out of the way for you guys and this and that because we usually, don't pick up that far." But it's like, you should have told us that from the beginning. He was like, he was supposed to drop you guys back off over here, but he didn't. And this, but even though it's like, literally, if we wouldn't have stuck in that traffic regardless to get there, as soon as after the traffic pass is where their location was at. So that was like extra, literally 10 minutes out of his way, maybe 15 minutes, probably there and back. Probably like 20 minutes there and back out of his way. Like, it's extra 25 kilometers, not that 30 kilometers, not that different, 25 kilometers. And I was just like, okay, what are you getting at? I felt like he was wanted to ask for more money or ask us to give him a bigger tip, but we already gave him 200 CDs, and we pretty much paid like 800 and something CDs for the trip itself.
For the whole trip itself. And what didn't make sense to me was when I was booking it, you could put in where you're at. If you're in Tema, you could put in you're in Tema, and it'll still say, "We can pick you up. Tell us where to pick you up from." So that really didn't make sense when he was saying that we only go 25 kilometers. When when you're booking it, you could put that you're in Tema.
He was trying to make it he went all out of the way, extra 10 kilometers. Oh my God, you call that going out of your way? Guy, oh golly, oh my God. But yeah, that's pretty much it. After that, we went home, ate some news. We actually recorded another video like this, but we didn't feel like it was more informative enough, and we were halfway sleepy and groggy, so we just decided to re-record it. And this is a 30-minute video.
Thank you guys. So comment, subscribe, hit that notification.